Hey, Rance Charles, your hobby hero, coming at you today with a video on how to best ship your cards to make sure they get to their destination protected. Before we get started though, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down in the bottom corner. I do appreciate it. I do put out regular content about the hobbies that I love the most, with this channel being dedicated to the card games that I play. So whether you are buying cards online or selling cards online, shipping those cards to you is going to be a top priority. This video is going to be going over how best to package those cards, whether it be just a few cards or a larger quantity of cards, to make sure that they get to their destination safe and sound. If you are only a purchaser of cards, this may be a good video to save so that you can send to those who you are purchasing cards from, to make sure that your cards get to you safe and sound as well. Now we're going to be covering two ways to ship those cards today. The first way is what they call plain white envelope, or you may see it abbreviated PWE, which is good for sending a small number of cards that don't have a ton of extra value to them, to help save on shipping costs for both parties. But we do want to make sure those cards still get there safe and sound, so we'll show you how to do that. And then we're going to show you how to ship a higher volume of cards, or just a higher dollar amount of cards, using a bubble mailer in this video. Now we won't be going over an extremely large volume of cards or very high volume items, but you can really use these same processes and usually just add additional layers of protection. But these two processes are going to cover probably 99.9% of the cards that I ship out, so hopefully this will be of use to you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so starting with our supplies for the PWE, you have our semi-rigid sleeve here. We've got our penny sleeves here, some masking tape, and then just some generic thank you cards I got off Amazon. I'll have those linked down below in the description as well. To start off with, we have our single card here. We've got an Anna that we are going to sleeve with our penny sleeve here. Then we're going to take our semi-rigid sleeve and you just kind of pop it open. You have to pry it open kind of with one finger there, but then if you squeeze it on the sides, it'll stay open and the card will slide right in just like that. Once you let off the tension, it is firmly in the middle, won't slide out. Then we take our thank you card. We can place the card inside the cardboard card there. You can tape it down. There's not really anywhere for it to move inside the envelope, so I'm not too worried about it. And you just open up the envelope and stick inside. Now, as you can see, this envelope has the seal on it. I will still use the masking tape to tape the outside to make sure that it doesn't come open or come undone. And then make sure you address it on the front properly, and it's good to ship. Alright, next up is our supply list for the bubble mailer. Again, we have our penny sleeves. We have a top loader here. We've got our padded envelope. We've got some spare cardboard, our scissors. We have some painter's tape here. I prefer the blue. We do have our packing tape here, and then some saran wrap as well. So first we're going to take our stack of cards here, and we are going to use a penny sleeve again to keep all of the cards together, keep them from shifting around independently of one another. If you have more than will fit in there, that's when I'll use the saran wrap here, and you can actually wrap larger quantities of the card. If they will fit inside of a top loader, you can go ahead and slide them in the top loader and ship it out like that. This stack here though is a little too thick for a top loader, so that is what we are going to use our spare cardboard for. We're actually going to create some additional support and sturdiness in there inside the package with the cardboard. Use the cards to line up the measurements and then cut a couple pieces off to support the front and back of the stack of cards we have. Alright, so next up is we are going to secure the cards inside the package with our painter's tape. Just tear off a small piece of the painter's tape first to tape over the top of the package. This is going to keep the cards from sliding out of the package. Next, we need to secure it to the back piece of cardboard. Tear off a longer piece here. Just affix it to the center of the top or the penny sleeve, and then wrap it around the back side of it till it connects on the front. Then we attach our top piece, and we're going to tape this one long ways on this one, really just to make sure that nothing's shifting inside of the package, or at least if it is, very minimal amount of movement possible inside the package. Again, taking this longer piece and wrapping it around the package. And we have our insert of cards finished. Next, we take our bubble mailer, and I do like to use an oversized bubble mailer, and I will show you why. They do make smaller ones, but I prefer this size, as you can take the package, and once it's secured at the bottom, you can actually fold it over like so, take off the seal at the top, and have a kind of double padded envelope for those cards. Have your shipping label, and just tape it right to the top of the package there.